everyone, welcome to my first ever vlog. Today's episode will be about my trip to Singapore. Just a quick heads up, I will not be uploading any gaming content for a while due to this project taking up a significant amount of my YouTube career life. So without further ado, I shall continue on. On my long flight to Singapore, I watched a few movies such as Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and here is my hotel, the Shangri-La Orange Grove. It was a very big hotel, very stylish. I enjoyed it, and the outdoor areas were a highlight for me as I quite enjoy nature. Looking around, there was quite a lot of greenery in the outdoor space on the land of the hotel, and I called a taxi, and through a very long trip through the streets of Singapore, I caught a sight of many things such as shopping malls, stores, and other things, to name a few. Singapore was such a lovely place to visit, and as I went off to my first activity, which was Universal Studios Singapore, I waited excitedly as the taxi drove me towards my destination, Sentosa City. So here I am arriving at Universal Studios, and walking in, I was blown away by the quality of the amusement park, and had a good time walking around and looking for things to buy. Plenty of things to see. I wound up buying a Transformers shirt, the Autobot version. Which was beautiful. Oh, I also found this mug that I wanted. Walking around, I made my way through all the way to Sci-Fi City after my shopping spree. Just having a stop to look around before I went to Sci-Fi City. Oops, sorry. Had a bit of dirt on the camera. Finally, I got to my first ride, which was Transformers The Ride. Overall, it was a very fun experience, but yeah, I want to show you just some of the things that went on in there. So I'll lead right through to it. Emerging from the ride, I moved on to ancient Egypt. It was very realistic, despite it being a theme park. And, you know, we weren't actually in ancient Egypt, but I saw a few sights and had a soft drink, but then I went on to my first ride, and I also figured out that I wasn't supposed to take any footage while inside the ride, but I was able to take some footage before I went on the ride. So here we are going into the Revenge of the Mummy, which was a fun but scary ride. I mean, it wasn't that scary, but it was enough to get a few screams out of me. Next we went on Treasure Hunters, which was a much calmer, much tamer ride with a few interesting things to do. Great for younger kids compared to Revenge of the Mummy or Transformers the ride. So yeah, as long as your kid reaches the minimum height requirement, it's a great ride for the family. Anyway, I slowly made my way out of ancient Egypt to go on to the next section of Universal Studios, one of my personal favourite movies, which was the Jurassic Park section. This section was quite amazing, quite spectacular to be in. We even had the gates from the first couple of films. And by the way, guys, if you're a fan of Jurassic Park, you should definitely see Jurassic World Rebirth, whatever it's called. I'm not sponsored by any of these. Anyways, after going on a few rides, we went to Far, Far Away, the land of Shrek. The park was amazing to be in, well, Far, Far Away. It was quite a far distance from the entrance, which is quite an ironic choice of placement and wording, if you ask me. But it was fun. We went on plenty of rides, such as going into the castle. And I should highly recommend you come over here and, or come over there and check it all out. There were rides such as Puss in Boots' Gigantic Adventure, which I didn't really check out that much, but we also checked out the Fairy Godmother's stall, which was fun to have a look around. There's Puss in Boots' Gigantic Adventure. Anyways, going in, I bought a few stuff such as How to Train Your Dragon merch, and going forward, I had a look around. The sights were quite amazing, and here's the ride that involves going into the castle. Is like a movie, sort of like a movie, a continuation of Shrek Happily Ever After, which one it's called. And it was very fun to see, as it was a 4D movie and very interactive with the audience. So if you like Shrek or you have a kid who likes Shrek, you should definitely check this ride out if you ever go to Universal Studios. The line was okay, I guess, but I had to express pass. So yeah, moving on, I went to the Despicable Me Minion World area. There I didn't really have the appropriate pass for the expressway, so I ended up just checking out a few stores. It was very fun. So yes, the Minion World was quite movie accurate in terms of the streets and the houses, but not so much the rides. But yeah, it was very fun, very intriguing to see. And just a heads up, I never write a script for any of my videos, because I believe that I can produce my best work while on the fly. Plus, I don't have time to write a script. And I've put off this video long enough. So yeah, as of time of recording, I am in Japan. So the next sections of the vlog shall take a lot longer, and here are the Minion show. Here's the Minion show, where you got the different characters from Despicable Me, like Gru, Stuart, Bob, and all that. It's great to see them interacting with the kids who were there. I went on a few roller coasters as well for my rides, the Kylon and Human rides, which was a very 80s show, which I can't really remember much of because I wasn't born then. Then finally I went on to Lights, Camera, Action, the ride about Steven Spielberg. It was, and that as I walk out of Universal Studios, I quickly remembered that how much I like traveling. Hence, and the last time I went overseas was before I even started YouTube. So I thought, why not connect an old passion to a new passion? Anyway, I went back to the hotel after a long day of riding on different rides in Universal Studios. Then, later that day, I went off to the gardens at the bay, where the iconic trees with the lights were, doing their thing with their lights performances. It was a super fun experience and very iconic and nice to be with, and overall just a fun experience to be with them. They had quite a nice garden aside from the main attraction, and it was quite awe-inspiring to be able to be there, as I recently figured out what they were, learned of what they were, and wanted to see them. So it was a nice little thing to tick off my bucket list. Standing so close to them like this, as you see in this recording, was very nice and very, very intriguing. I really liked the music choices they made. The next day, we went over to Singapore's Chinatown, which was quite interesting. I wanted to see a few things, see the Chinese influence on Singapore, as that was a part of the cultures that made up Singapore. And the trip in the taxi to Chinatown was nice, and you can slowly see now Chinese influence in the architecture the closer we got to Chinatown. And as I set foot in Chinatown, I was quite amazed by the look of it. and there were so many stores for me to have a look around in. I highly recommend going down to Chinatown in Singapore, or well, pretty much any country's Chinatown, to have a look at the Chinese influence and the culture there. And it was quite an experience, to say the least, with getting some souvenirs, trying out some of the Chinese food there, plenty of souvenirs and things to buy in Chinatown. Comment down below what you would like to see me do in Japan, or anything you might want to see me do in Tokyo, because I'll be going there at some stage. And here we have the Witch's Brew, a heavily wizardly themed cafe in Singapore, Chinatown. And it was quite nice. It felt a bit Harry Potter-esque with the student robes there. And here we have the Witch's Brew, an alcoholic drink. And yes, that is me pouring. First you pour the base, I believe that is. Then you pour this next component. And as you can see, it starts bubbling and misting up with the dry ice in there. By the way, this drink is alcoholic, so no kids allowed. Sorry if you're underage. Feel free to pause the video and read the instructions if you wish. Finally, the base goes in. Oh, whatever. The alcohol goes in. And behold the colours that's coming up. Here's a final look at the instructions and / ingredients. Here's a better view of above. So yeah, Chinatown was a very intriguing and interesting experience overall. And back at the Wizard's Brew, I tried out the Witch's Hat, a signature dessert dish there. It's sort of like a pumpkin. Looks like a pumpkin, but it actually has a hard sugar exterior with a chocolate mousse interior, as you are about to see. Anyway, back to Chinatown. I had another look around for some treats and other souvenirs. I returned to Gardens at the Bay to have a look and see what the garden was like out during the daytime. And I've gotta say, it looks just as good. I went into the Super Tree Observatory, which was high, I can assure you. This is the elevator ride up. The view was spectacular. I couldn't go on there the night before because of time restrictions, and I wasn't allowed on there because it was shut, closed for admissions. And I can assure you, for those who have fear of heights, this is not the place for you. But I would highly recommend to anyone of any age, great family activity for nature-loving families. And if you like this vlog series, which is something I don't normally do on this channel, I'd highly recommend you like and subscribe, and heck, if you have any recommendations of where I should go next, just leave another comments, and share this video to someone you think might enjoy Singapore. So as I finally make my way back to the airport, I find myself pretty happy with how my 2-day trip to Singapore went, and as I fly over the sky, I look forward to Osaka. Anyways, that's all for today. I hope you had enjoyed watching this video. See ya.